So then let's start the class today on board. Can we go on board today?
Yes, sir.
Just one. So guys, today's our topic is WSUS. So Ahmed, what is WSUS? What it stands for? So Windows Server Update
Services.
Windows Server Update Services. So we have individual clients at our homes as well. We have Windows 10. Some of us may have Windows 7 still and Windows 8.1. And every month you guys get notified. Okay, there are updates to install. It depends how we have configured our machines. They either go directly without any notification online and start installing the updates, or sometimes if we have configured customized settings, then according to our settings it notify us, okay, updates are available. So each and every single machine, from where they get the updates? From
Microsoft website.
so update dot Microsoft.com, right? So they get the update from these Microsoft site. So each and every machine. So if it's our enterprise environment of our working environment, production world, so should each and every machine go to online and get the updates? So if each and every machine is going online, see if we have over here our domain, we have firewall, then over here this one is this site, we have maybe some in this area, some content filters servers as well. But the thing is, from download, each and every machine will go through this, right? It will come to firewall, or if we have configured routers, whatever our environment is, we can configure firewall as a router as well. So it's performing the dual role, and it's routing the traffic, it's providing NAT and PAC services to us, and it's working as our protection is providing protection as well. So if they are going through firewall, they are going to Microsoft websites.
Could it serve PW?
After firewall.
Sir, can you refresh it?
Refresh it.
Yeah.
So let me choose better color for you.
Thank you.
Maybe
This color is not good for it.
See, if we have bunch of machines here, it's our company, right?
Yep.
Our company is newtech.edu. Inside the company, what we have? We have servers, we have client machines. The guys are working on client machines and accessing the resources from servers.
And networks.
So we have bunch of servers. We have clients. Right? And there, even servers may be in hundreds, clients can be in thousands, right? So all needs updates from Microsoft. What is update? Amal, what is the update?
Updates, example, it's like the new fashion came like, it's coming like new. Before it's like,
Yeah, in general, you can say like that.
yeah.
But when we are talking about the update, basically, if I leave the WSUS decides,
Yeah.
I can say we are talking about patch, PATCH, patch management. In production, the broader term is being used is patch management. What is patch? If I have some hole here, right? My shirt is torn. What I will do, I will put some piece of clothes on top of it and I will side, right? So it will be a patch, but it will be covering my body. It's covering that hole, right? I have. So in Microsoft Windows, we have in Windows operating systems, it's a GUI. So GUI means we can do click, 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 and we are accessing different things on our server or client machines. As many it's user friendly, as many it has the holes inside, right? So the hackers and the different guys who want to access our environment keep working on those holes, keep finding out those holes to access our private environment. So they can steal our informations and then they can use for their own malpractices, right? But the thing is, Microsoft, besides each vendor, whoever is producing some product, Microsoft has Windows operating systems, different applications, softwares, they have different drivers, they have the same, it can be Linux, it can be Unix, it can be any other vendor who has some applications, and we are working on those applications. All applications may have those holes, right? So those can be used by any attacker. But every vendor keep releasing the patches as they come to know about those holes, those loopholes. Okay, these are the holes we have in our operating system. It can compromise the environment. They always release patches for those. Okay, this is the patch for this hole. Have this patch and put on top of that hole, so it will block the hole. So no one is gonna come in. Patch management is a broader term. So in patch management, we have one tool. One of the tool we are going to discuss today, that is WSUS. It's not a complete solution. It's one of the tool available to tackle those patches. The idea behind WSUS is, if in our environment we have hundreds of servers and thousands of clients, and if each and every server or client will go to the Microsoft site, so update sites, Microsoft update site, if they will keep going there, each and every client, it means thousands of connections are going to that one Microsoft site. So it can a huge usage of bandwidth that might our company cannot afford, that can bring our company even maybe down, right? To avoid that, we have one server. We introduced this server. Over here, if every client needs to go online to get those updates, to install those updates, and when you will see your home machine at home, every month you get the notification. There are updates. If you are not installing the updates, what they use, the tactics, when you are going to turn off your machine, shut down your machine, they say, okay,
Then they install.
update and restart, update and shut down. They are not giving you the straight, simple restart or simple shutdown, right? You don't have any other option. You don't leave the option for you.
That's using the resources like sometimes.
Yeah.
Same case here.
That's they are pushing a group policy, right?
Yeah.
They are using different things to tackle those things. Otherwise,
Yeah, otherwise, what I do, like the same thing was in my Windows 8. It was taking, like, it has 100 things to install and update. It's going on like take like half an hour, and I was waiting. Then what I did, I shut down the computer. I could not turn off the machine though.
we had some fan here.
Yeah, that's better if you just.
Actually, whenever I'm a little loud, so glasses come in. See here, each and every user is going to Microsoft website to download and install the updates.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what we can do, we can use one server, Microsoft server, any server. We can install WSUS role on top of it. After the installation of the role, this server will be Windows Server Update Services. It will be WSUS server then. Now, what the configuration we can do? This will go to the Microsoft website and will download the updates. Get the updates from that site and make them available on its own, right? On this server. And then we can configure all our clients to get the updates from this WSUS server. So all the clients know the one server is going online and getting the updates.
Yes.
All rest of the clients are using LAN, local area network.
Yes.
They are
Right to go to internet.
they are directly connected to these servers. So LAN is way faster, and
Secure, yeah.
there is no bandwidth issue, no those type of issues involved. So they download all the updates locally instead of directly install. And when we are directly installing the updates on our client machines, the system administrator have no control on it.
It has to be shut down.
Every client is getting the softwares, and no matter what the time is, it can restart, right?
Yes.
After completion of the updates, restart is required.
Yes.
So all clients can go on restart on different times. One thing that can bring the business down. The second thing, we might not going to install all of the available patches.
Yes.
Our clients don't need them, or if our client need them, even then we might not want them to install, because our applications, for example, my application has some limitation. I installed one application that was working with .NET Framework 3.5, and now if automatically install will happen, now we have .NET Framework 7.1 or 7.2 like that. So if that can be installed on those machines, that will break my application. My application has to work with .NET Framework. I'm just giving an example.
Yes.
Don't be confused with .NET Framework.
No, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. So that can screw up our application. So instead of compromising our application, we make the updates available on our WSUS server. This server interface give us opportunity to select the patches. which patch we want to install or which patch we don't want to install, right? So we have that liberty over here. So always we use then WSUS in our scenario. We are talking about WCS. We are not talking about anything else. Then how we configure this WSUS server? What type of patches can be available? They can be for the Microsoft release the patches for they are releasing the patches for their NOS. NOS means network operating systems. And which those are? That can be Windows 2003, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 2012 R2, and now 2016. And the same network operating systems we may have client side Windows 7, 8.1, Windows 10, right?
Yes.
So all of these operating systems Microsoft release the patches. Then after this NOS there can be applications. So for applications, for example, SQL, Microsoft SQL. There one Microsoft SQL and otherwise we have SQL as well. So Exchange, and many other applications Microsoft has introduced, and we are using those applications. It can be Microsoft Office, it can be Visio, it can be different applications are there. Bunch of applications from Microsoft we have, and Microsoft release the patches for all of those applications. And then sometimes not sometimes, most of there are one more thing. So 1, 2, and then 3, we may have drivers updates. So whenever we install any component, we install a driver as well, right?
Yes.
So there can be bunch of patches available for drivers updates. So they can update the drivers. And now your idea kicks in, the latest thing, right? So how they can communicate with the hardware. What drivers do? They help us to communicate with the our applications to the hardware and hardware to the application. So if we are going to have a printer, we need to install the driver for that printer, right? So these are different types of patches Microsoft release. When Microsoft releases the patches,
It all like every on Wednesday or something, Tuesday.
Every Tuesday?
every second Tuesday of the
Every
month,
second Tuesday, yeah.
and we call it that Tuesday. We have given specific name.
Yes.
What's that? So every second Tuesday of the month, right? And we call it Patch Tuesday.
Yes, that's it.
When you guys will be on the job, and if you are on patch management team side, then you guys will keep listening about this Patch Tuesday. So when we planning the patches, we always plan before Patch Tuesday, and then cycle goes from this Patch Tuesday to the next Patch Tuesday. So in between that month, we patch whole of the environment. So whatever the servers we have, whatever the clients we have, what type of applications we have, we plan accordingly and we patch them gradually, all of them. So first, when Microsoft releases the patches, we always on Patch Tuesday, if Microsoft release the patches, on Wednesday, the next day, what we do, we test them. We install those patches on our test servers and we test the patches. And after testing the patches, we always keep 1 day at least for us to observe how it works. If it's not breaking any of our application, it's not harming our environment, then we start applying on our servers. First, we always apply patches on our least important servers and least important clients. Then we move to gradually to our production servers. First, very least, they don't have any impact on maybe disaster DR servers, disaster recovery servers. So no one is using them. We may be applying patches, all of them on those servers, or the least important. And sometimes some companies have the same applications on different levels, right? They have very production and critical environment, least critical environment, and very less important environment. So we will start and we group the patch servers in, for example, 20 servers group. Each group may have 20, 17, 30, 60 servers, and we apply the patches on those groups. And when we are close to the next Patch Tuesday, basically we were installing the previous patches on our important servers at that time. So it means to say, first we are testing the patches, as he used a very good word. We analyze the patches and we apply those patches. Analyze means we select which patch we have to apply, right? We go on the websites, we check what the Microsoft released in that patch. If Microsoft has released the patch, what is included in that patch, and whatever the patch has, how it's going to affect the environment, and about what this patch is. So all of these things, we use one term, analyze. We analyze the patch, we test them, and then we start applying on our environments. The first purpose to apply the patches to our least important servers. So before applying to our critical servers, they are very well tested now.
Yeah.
We know we have no option because we applied on our servers, production servers, and it worked well. And now if we are going to apply on our critical application servers, that's fine. No more test is required, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cycle.
So, for example, when the Windows Server updates, they installed everything we need, and then our servers or client, they connected to the Windows Server to get the new updates. So you're saying here, like the next day, for example, when Microsoft every Tuesday when they release the updates, how can we? You saying like the next day we're gonna test it, the batches? How can we test it? Like
test means we apply via every environment.
Yeah.
Every company, when we use the word environment, we are talking about some company, right?
Yeah.
So every company has this test environment. Test means they have selected few of the servers.
Okay.
So they are saying, okay, you guys can use. They give those servers to the IT department. Okay, you guys can use your patches first on these servers.
To test.
Test means we are applying somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's not breaking down our applications, then it's fine, right? So always we apply those patches to those test servers before applying to our production servers.
Okay.
So then we may have more than one sites. We just first took the example of one WSUS server and then our environment, right? One branch environment. We may have more than one branches. For example, this one is a head office. We have another branch, very big branch.
New York.
We have another branch. You love New York?
This is Dubai, I said.
Dubai?
Super like Dubai.
Okay. So Dubai,
New York,
you like New York? Okay, New York.
Toronto.
I like Toronto. So we have head office here. Our one of the branches here. They are connected through some WAN. We have bunch of clients on this side. Right? And we have WSUS server here. We have WSUS server here. And we have clients. And then clients, right? When we use the word here in WSUS environments, I am saying clients. Clients include servers and client machines who requires the patches from our WSUS server. What is the definition of server and clients? Server provides the resources and client access those resources. Client requests for resources. So over here, client means server and our PCs all are
Client.
requiring those patches from our WSUS server. So for the WSUS server, all are clients. So these are the clients. So we have here Microsoft site. So how we can configure this environment?
That's the question.
The first, if we are choosing this server, this WSUS server, okay, go online and get the patches from Microsoft site. We will call this upstream server in our environment. Upstream. We call this server upstream server according to our environment. The first WSUS server we installed in our environment or at the central location head office, we are calling that upstream server. But and then if this server is downloading all the updates from Microsoft site and then it's providing those updates to this WSUS server, this server will be downstream server. And now either this one, Dubai is getting the updates from this New York one's WSUS server, or it's getting from again the Toronto, it will be a again downstream server, right?
Yes.
So what do you think, how many patches there will be? Patches can be thousands.
Yeah,
Then if our upstream server will keep downloading the updates for this site as well, for this site as well, for its own site as well. The number of patches will be way more and more. The reason is we might using some applications here. This site is using some different applications. This site is might be using some different applications. So all type of applications need some patches. So the related to all those applications, this server is going to download the patches. It will have to download, so it has need to provide those patches to its downstream servers. So if this link is our WAN link is downloading the patches from our central location, it can go down, right?
Yes.
And the usage of the bandwidth will be
High.
very high. So again, if either this one is getting from here or here, again we are using our own WAN link. That can cause issues for us. So what can be the better solution then?
Or you should not make each of them upstream server,
Stream version is better.
or there might be another solution.
Then we use one term. There are two types of mode. One is autonomous mode and one is replica mode. Autonomous mode and replica mode. Whichever the autonomous mode is, we can configure our WSUS server as in autonomous mode. So if we think this branch should go directly, it has maybe 1 lakh clients or maybe 1,000 servers. This machine has the same scenario. We can configure this site in autonomous mode. In autonomous mode, what this WSUS will do? This will go and will download the patches directly from Microsoft site, but it will report to this site, this server, WSUS server. The reporting purposes, we will be able to get the reports from our this upstream server. Either it's going to the Microsoft site and downloading the patches. The reporting will be here. Again, the replica mode. Replica mode means it's gonna get the patches from here or from here, and the report will go
To upstream.
to the upstream server, right? So we can get a one consolidated report for our whole environment. But we can configure replica mode on the WSUS server in the site where we have very few machines, very few servers, and we don't mind if they are using our WAN link to download the patches, right? So otherwise we can go with the autonomous mode. Now this, we call this upstream server, we call this downstream server, we call this downstream server. What the difference? What is the difference in
Downstream and upstream.
downstream and upstream?
Upstream is like it's active, like for those things, active for patches all the time.
It's no active passive thing. It means the server who is providing the patches is upstream server. For this our upstream server, Microsoft update site is upstream server.
Yes, okay.
We have one upstream there.
Yes.
So for our internal environment, this one is upstream server.
Yeah,
And the downstream server who is getting the patches from upstream server, that is a downstream server. For Microsoft update site, our upstream server is downstream server as well
Yes.
at the same time. Because it's playing two roles. It's downloading the updates from Microsoft upstream server and providing those patches to the other sites.
Yes.
So when it's providing those patches to other sites, its role is upstream server. When it's getting the updates, it's a downstream server. So again, if this server is, if it's a downstream server, but if it's providing the patches to our Dubai site, it's a upstream server for this downstream server. Right? So these are the terminologies we use in our WSUS site, WSUS server.
So upstream server is like providing the services to another services.
Up is like this, right?
Yeah.
Down is like this.
So it's like that.
Yeah. Who is giving is upstream.
Yeah.
Who is getting, receiving, downstream.
So is the autonomous mode is like it is activated automatically when the link is going down?
No. When we say autonomous mode means we are configuring this site. Okay, we have centralized environment. You have to report this server, but you are free to go to the Microsoft site and download the patches what you required. What type of applications, what type of operating systems, what type of drivers you have in your environment, you can install the patches accordingly. You don't need to go to the upstream server in our own environment to get the patches. So just now you are autonomous, you are good to go to get the patches from Microsoft. Us keep reporting to our this head office,
Yes.
WSUS server. But the replica mode is not going to go there. Yeah, if we have this branch is big enough, we don't want this site as well to get the patches from this site or from this site. We can configure over here autonomous mode as well. So this site will start getting the patches from Microsoft site. Not gonna use our WAN link and keep reporting to our central server, the head office server.
Yes.
So, can I take the picture?
Yes, sir.
It's good design. I like it.
You did not get the picture of your professor, man, or you are getting the picture of a small, simple board.
I'll get you.
I just,
Yeah.
I don't want that at all. I'm just kidding.
No, it's nice
please,
picture.
no, please don't.
So
Oh,
we will
yeah.
update it
No,
later.
I'm
We
just
will
kidding. I'm just kidding.
update on the YouTube also.
So just for your information, the best tool we are using in our environments is not the WSUS server. We are using SCCM. So system center configuration manager. So patches deployment, we have bunch of other tools as well. TD is using some other third-party tool. There are a bunch of third-party tools are available, but from Microsoft side we have System Center Configuration Manager. We always use to deploy the patches. So most of the environments, because they have Windows operating systems, they have most of the applications from Microsoft side. So they always, most of the time we will see in the environment, different environment SCCM to deploy the patches. SCCM server leverages the WSUS and WDS. The most roles are from Microsoft again.
Yes.
So it leverages these roles to download the patches and deploy the operating systems for WDS. in the back end, the SCCM using these roles as well. But in front we have different interface. We can get the consolidated reports, we can get inventory, we can get what the servers have received the patches, who failed the patches. We don't need to go to any client. We can get all type of overview from this one console. The management role, wherever we will install, there are a bunch of roles in SCCM server. Where we will gonna install the management role, we can get the all type of reports, and we can deploy. We can use that role to deploy the patches, deploy the operating system from central place. In the back end, there is SQL Server as well for the database of SCCM. There are about few roles. We don't need to go there right now. If you guys are interested, you guys can do a separate course for SCCM. That's really beautiful tool. It's not only we using SCCM to deploy the Microsoft operating systems and the patches related to Microsoft operating systems. If we have third-party applications, there are a bunch of add-ons we can add to this SCCM server, and we can leverage those add-ons to deploy the third-party tools as well.
Customized.
Yeah. So instead of using FS1, FS2, they are holding cluster role. So we can use SAN server, our SAN server, to deploy the WSUS role. And what to do? How to deploy the server role? What we need? The first thing, if our server will go online to get the patches from Microsoft Update site, what we need?
At least one network adapter.
Yes, we need internet, right? We need internet connectivity. So make sure we usually have two NIC adapters. One we have disabled one. So if we go to our it's not showing there.
We have two there. 18 and 8.
So if we click on this local server, and then we have this, right now it's showing LAN only because we had disabled our bless you. So we had disabled our other network adapter. So just click on this hyperlink for LAN, and then we have one Ethernet one already there disabled. Do you have, Ahmed? So just first simple click on it, and then right click, and then enable it. And then see if we are getting the internet, right?
Yes.
If the notification, the triangle warning is gone. So now we have internet connectivity, and then please click on this dashboard, and let's install the WSUS role. So click on add roles and features, then click next, again next, and now the last role is Windows Server Update Services. Click on this role and see it's saying Windows Server Update Services allows network administrators to specify the Microsoft updates that should be installed, create separate groups of computers for different sets of updates, so and get reports on the compliance levels of the computers and the updates that must be installed. So whenever you guys install anything you do on your servers or the client machine, always try to read. Most of the time Microsoft things are self-explanatory,
Yes.
so you guys will be having better understanding if you will make an habit to read each and everything while doing the click. So now please select this role, Windows Server Update Services, and now it's popping up for add features. All of these features are required for this role. See, whenever we install any role, there were just a few features required by that role, but for this role there are a bunch of. The reason is it needs to go online to download the patches, it needs HTTP, IIS servers, web servers, it requires bunch of things. So whenever you guys are repeating the lab at home, please try to look into these features as well. So click on add features and then please click on next. It's the first time, see, the dependencies we have web server IS as well. Most of the time it's always features, but this time it's marking up web server as well. So please click next. Features already selected, so click next. And now Windows Server Update Services allows administrators to manage the download and installation of updates from the Microsoft Update website to the local network. Things to note: at least one WSUS server in a network must be able to download updates from Microsoft Update. Other WSUS server can get updates either from the server or from Microsoft Update. Mean to say we need internet connectivity, and we have already. So WSUS server to server and server to client communications should be set up to use the secure socket layer SSL. So connectivity should have this level, right? So what is secure socket layer SSL? It's a protocol that provides encryption. So every traffic should be very safe and sound, right? While otherwise we are installing, downloading the patches, and besides patches another guy is coming inside, right?
Yes.
Within those patches, right? He or she is hiding himself and coming into it, our environment. So please click next and see if we have enterprise production world. We are not going to depend on WID connectivity. Then we will be choosing SQL server connectivity. When I try to click this, select this, it's giving me, okay, the following features cannot be installed on the same server: SQL server connectivity and WID connectivity. So why, if I deselect and select SQL server, now I can? The reason is both are databases. So it's letting us select only one database. Either we can go with Windows internal database, that is WID, Windows internal database, and the SQL is itself database, right? So then we have to have an external database, or we can install the SQL role on the same server. We can make the same server a SQL database as well. But usually whenever you guys will be in the production, you guys having to have a SQL server that will be providing you guys a remote storage. It's not on the same server most of the time. So unselect SQL and select WID. We don't have SQL server.
Not on the same servers because due to resources, like
Both are the databases. We can choose one type of database. how WSUS will know, okay, which database I need to use.
Yeah.
These are the options. Either you want to use internal database, Windows internal database means the disks we have, C drive, D drive,
Yeah.
and or you want to use SQL Server database, right?
That is on another server.
Yeah, there we can make this server as well, SQL. We just need to
But
install.
that will be like a kind of like more resource, like
Yeah.
slow down.
Usually we keep different resources on the different servers, right?
Yes. If one goes down, like everything.
Yeah. So WID connectivity and WSUS services. So WSUS services, all the services required for this role, we need to install those as well. So we are going to choose first two, and then click on next.
So we're going to choose first two.
Yeah, first two, and then next. And now it asking store updates in the following location. If we were choosing before SQL, then we had to point out that location. Simple, straightforward. Either we are going to use our internal database, that is our C drive or D drive, or we are going to use SQL. We just need to point out that path on the network. So here please type C : /WSUS. So it will create a folder on C drive for us. We did not create any folder on our C drive. It will create itself a folder on C drive, and all related files, WSUS related files, it will keep in that folder. Then please click next.
This makes sense.
Okay,
Invalid path.
invalid path. Did you use colon or semicolon?
I use colon.
And then backslash or
Backslash. I use backslash.
so then it shouldn't be invalid path. Let me see.
Initially,
Okay guys, please click next. So please click next, and then it's including this time role services as well. So please click next, and then restart if required, do yes, and then install.
Launch post install.
So please on this window don't close. We have this launch post installation tasks.
I close it.
You always want to be ahead of class.
Yeah, I have.
You have this.
Yeah, I can go for it.
If not, then go to this
Yeah, go there.
in notification area. So this, click on this launch post installation tasks, and then close it. Where to see? Click on this
Yep.
notifications, and now its deployment is going on. Let it deploy. So guys, we can do two things. First, we need to configure this role, and we need to deploy our group policies, so to make the clients aware from WSUS server. So we need the restart for our group policies. So first let install first group policies and restart these servers. So these servers can get that policy, and then we will come back and configure the role. So for that, please go to your domain controller, click on this entity.dc1. On DC1, click on tools, and then come to group policy management. Click on group policy management. Got it? So in group policy management, what the best way to create the group policies? It's already expanded for you guys, like this or no?
No.
Is it like this?
Yeah, just we can expand.
Yeah. Then please expand this forest. The pointing arrow, just click on this pointing arrow and it will be expanded. And then click on domains, this pointing arrow, and then expand this newtech.edu. And now you will see group policy objects. Just simple click on it and then right click on this group policy objects, then click on new and give it a name WSUS. So WSUS, do OK. And now please click on this pointing arrow towards group policy objects, expand this one, and then we have WSUS here, right? We just created a GPO. So right click on this one, or just first go to the settings of this WSUS, and then in right side pane, click on settings, and you will notice that there are no type of settings are there, right? Either under computer configuration or user configuration, we don't have any settings available. So right click on this WSUS and then click on edit. It will open the editor. You can enlarge the window if you want, and then we are going to apply the policies on computers, not users. So who needs the patches? Our servers and the clients.
Yeah.
So our machines needs the patches, so that should be, the policy should be under computer configurations.
Yes.
Then please expand this policies, click on policies, and then please expand administrative templates. In administrative templates, then expand Windows components. In Windows components, come all the way down, scroll down, and the second last is Windows Update. Just single click on this Windows Update, and whatever the settings available for Windows Update, they will be enlisted in the right side pane. We need to enable 3 policies over here. One of them is automatic updates detection frequency, or we have any other automatic. So just click on top here on settings, just one single click, and it will be enlist them in alphabetical order.
Yes.
So over here now please click configure automatic updates. Just configure automatic updates, double click on it, and now we can click on enabled. In enabled we have, then we need to go for these options, configure automatic updating, which type of settings we want for this automatic update. So just click on this and it will be showing you guys the 5 different settings, right? So one of them is auto download and notify for install. It's saying without asking us, download and then just notify us that you are going to install. That we don't want in production environments, right? Then auto download and notify for install. Notify for download and notify for install. So we are letting it know, okay man, we need just notifications before you are going to download and you are going to install. And then the 4th option is auto download and schedule the install. So auto download, you can download, but let's the schedule when we want to installation, on which time we want the reboot our servers, what the time our servers and clients are free for these things. So no, there is no production work in progress. And then the 5th is allow local admin to choose settings. What does it mean? Local admins mean each and every client admin. So if we are going to apply the patches to 50,000 clients, it means we have to be in front of each and every client machine. So that can allow to install the patches, right? To choose the patches and install the patches. So that's not a practical thing.
Yes.
So which option should we choose?
Notify to download and
schedule to install.
notify to download and notify to install.
What did you say, Ahmed?
Auto download and schedule install.
Yeah. So auto download and schedule. In productions, we always schedule the things. Okay. In this period of the time, you can install and reboot, right? So that time is the best for us. So choose the fourth option, and then install during automatic maintenance or schedule install day. If I click on this one, and then we can select anything every day, every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday. All 7 days are available. So what is the best time when we install?
Sunday.
It can be Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday can be morning time. It means Friday the guys have finished the work.
9 p.m.
After 5-6 p.m. the servers may be available, but clients are always available after the office hours. The servers, if we have working with the banks and we are working with insurance companies, those clients, the public always keep accessing their websites, so we cannot bring them down even during that period of time. So then we have to be high availability is there. We are patching passive nodes, moving the roles to passive nodes, and then the active nodes will be passive, and then we will be patching those passive nodes, right? So right now it's Saturday. Luckily we usually install Saturday, Sunday. So this time is 5:50 now. We can choose 5 p.m. So what will be the 5 p.m.? 17, right?
Yeah.
So 17 means 17 hours have passed now. So when the machines will know, okay, my time is over, should I install? So we might be able to see the immediate results. That's usually not possible, because when we push the patches from WSUS server or SCCM server, it takes time to be there on client side, right? It always takes time. So then click on apply and do OK.
How about the last one? Install update from the Microsoft products.
Install updates from other Microsoft products. What does it mean? You let me know. It's written in front of you in English language.
Installing for
So any other Microsoft products,
yeah.
if we have available, we are letting our WSS server know, okay, please install these as well. So we don't have only operating systems. We have these applications as well, right? All the products we have in our environment. So WSUS can install the patches for those as well. So we are not selecting that. So do OK. And then enable client side targeting. What will be our target area, right? So click on enable, double click enable client side targeting. Did you find it? You got it, Ahmed? No, we have arranged in our alphabetic order. If it's in alphabetic order, D and then E. See the first word A, C, D, and then E.
You put alphabetical or is that?
Yeah, just click on this settings. One click, single click. Click on it.
Which one? Settings?
Yeah, in settings. See where it's highlighting, right?
Yeah.
In the top heading.
Yeah.
Click on that.
Oh, okay.
Now it's in alphabetic order. See A first, then C, then D, and then you can find E.
Yeah, again. In at the client,
Yeah. But these are not in.
Yeah.
So please double click on enable client side targeting. Now as usual click on enabled and then see now under saying its options target group name for this computer. You just give it a name, new tech computers. So altogether new tech computers. Then please click apply and do OK. And the third settings we need is in S under R and then S. In S we have specify intranet Microsoft update service location. So double click on this, specify intranet Microsoft update service location, double click and then again enabled, and then in options just type http colon slash it's not for backslash, it's forward slash, simple. So http colon slash and then the FQDN of this server. So what will be the FQDN? nt -tor -san,
Full qualified domain.
fully qualified domain, FQDN dot new tech dot edu.
We are on the told issue.
But where our WSUS server is?
Yeah, on the side.
So this will be our site from where our clients will get the updates, to whom we are going to tell all our computers and clients in our domain, okay, please download and install the updates from this location. What is that location is our WSUS server, and our WSUS server name is nttor-san. So the fully qualified domain name is nttor-san dot newtech.edu. Did you type?
Yeah.
And then
I'm just typing.
then
Is this backslash or?
then forward slash. Two times forward slash.
Yeah, I'm done.
Not done, don't do click, okay. Edu, then colon and then 8530 colon the two dots, right? 8530 is a port number that is Microsoft WSUS used for server to server, WSUS to WSUS communication, and from WSUS to clients communication. For interaction in between WSUS server to WSUS server and from WSUS server to clients, the port we use is 8530. Then you guys can just copy all of this select this all, Control C, and then paste in the second as well. The same thing we need to type in the second. Set the internet statistics server, so where the reports will be, right, come up, the all the statistics which servers have get the updates or which have failed the updates, all type of reports, right?
Yes.
So basically we are setting up this server as a upstream server. And then the third is set the alternate download server. We don't have any alternate, we have only one WSUS server, so we don't need to type there. So make sure we have typed here correctly, http:// then our server name, then dot, then our domain name, then colon, then 8530 in both. Click apply, do OK, and then please, we have done our all three, so just close this editor, we don't need any more. And now we are back on our group policy management console. So now where to apply this policy? We can apply group policies on domain level, site level, or OU level. So we are going to apply on domain level. So all of the computers we have in domain, they should get the download updates from this WSUS server. So this is our domain. Bless you. So on this domain, newtech.edu, right click, and then link an existing GPO. So we have created our GPO, we have edited our GPO, now we need to just link. So the second option, link an existing GPO, and then select the last one, WSUS we just created, and then click OK. And now if you will click under group policy objects on WSUS, and in the settings, now it's showing some settings there. So we have computer configuration, in policies we have administrative templates. So we have these much policies there now. We just configured these policies. Just click on domain and then do 1-2 times refresh. So when the policy we apply belongs to user configuration, policy get applied when we user log in or log off from the computer. But if the policy falls under computer's configuration, policy applies when we server or computer is starting or shutting down.
Okay.
So let's restart first our this domain controller. We can start from here.
But if we apply on user, we just can log out and log in.
Log out. Whenever we do some change and it's regarding group policies or permissions, two things. In your environments, when if you are working as a system admin and you need to configure the permissions for some guy, or you are pushing the group policy for some users, while sending the email, send some request. Okay man, we have assigned you the permissions, please log off and log back in to apply the permissions. So otherwise user is not gonna get that permission and he will keep disturbing you. Okay man, I'm not getting. So please right click on Windows icon and then restart this. Usually we don't do the restart first DC, but let's restart this so it will be available first. If we don't restart after in WSUS interface snap-in, we are not gonna see these servers or clients.
So we restart the whole thing or the only?
First we will go one by one. The one restriction is our the memory. our resources, physical resources on our machines. If we will restart all 4 of them, we are gonna use 16 GB memory, and our physical machines have total 16 GB, right?
So it will crash.
One thing, and the second thing, better to go one by one. So our DC will be up, so group policy will be available for other clients. So they will, when the clients will be starting up, they will look for GP group policies. If my domain controller is down and the other machines will come up first,
The domain
they are
will
not gonna
fail
get any group
because the
policy.
domain is not set yet.
Yeah. The first we are going to on our domain.
But basically, GPU has been applied on all computers.
Yeah.
Just need to restart.
So I didn't restart the state. Didn't get it. So
What Ahmad is saying?
I'm just a little confused. Am I restarting only the?
Just follow me. I just restarted the main controller. You restart the main controller. You did not restart yet?
No, you restarted the whole thing. I think.
Only domain. See where I am. I'm on DC.
So you right click and then restart the gas.
Not over here. See, not guest. Oh yeah, guest operating system, not host.
Yeah.
This on this Windows icon of the server.
Yeah.
I right click and I came here and then I restart.
You can do both way, I think.
Naveen, can you help him?
Yes, sir. I think
Thank you.
No, I can do it like this.
yeah, this is restarting.
Whichever VM is up, if you are going there VM and then you are giving the command, it will go to that machine. So no doubt you can go to the power and restart the guest. It will not going to restart all 4 of them. Whichever is up at that time, that will be restarted. So your domain controller is up or not? Let me know when you are on the same page. These things are, here we have services, so they need to be come up. So when we restart the machine, it takes some times, or we can just refresh it from here. Whatever the services that can be up, they will show up green. Otherwise some services still there like that because they are delayed start, so they're dependable on some other services. So it's not our any worried area. So now please click on the second machine, anti-tor FS1, and now we can go with the Ahmed's way, VM, power, and restart guest. It will restart only that machine. See, the rest of the machines are up, so not whole the environment is down. So please log into this machine when it's ready, when it's come back. So when it's up, please click on the third machine and again restart it. Ahmed, you are an intelligent guy. Just you need to spend some time. See, it's taking time. Your cluster service is there, so it's shutting down service cluster first. The thing is, maybe the on the first machine the server is still cluster is not up, and we have turned off the second machine. See,
Where you went to the cluster?
yeah.
It's old
One second. Let me just show you guys something.
Failover cluster. Like
See, our failover, our active node is anti-tor fs1. Now, but at least that is up.
So it's still working.
Yeah, but both went down simultaneously. First we shut down the active node and then we shut down the passive node. And that should be other way around, right?
So plus it will be confused like
Yeah.
where I should go.
No, it goes to automatically goes to the passive node and it
Yes.
then came back.
So we don't need to restart SAN.
Yeah, now we need to restart SAN. Don't restart your son, man. They will give you hard time. You know how fast these guys are nowadays. So if I click on any of the machine, in my case I have bring my FS1 up and then just click on this Windows icon, then type CMD, click on Windows icon and just start typing CMD and right click on this command prompt and run as administrator. Can you type gp result result then space /r small r. So gp result space /r. Where are you?
No, I didn't get it. What you said. Did I type it?
Are you on the CMD?
Yeah.
You have run with system administrator?
Yeah.
Yeah, then just type gp result
Oh, okay, I get it. That's not right.
no slash. We use backslash only when we have to give the path of something. Most of the time we use just simple forward slash, especially in commands.
Yeah.
In commands, when we have to give the path, then we go with the backslash.
Okay.
Enter.
So let's go back to this class.
So it's not showing anything.
Oh, space.
Did you get some result or not?
Yes, sir. Okay.
So what the results are?
Computer settings, user settings.
So I see last time group policy was applied 24th February 2018 at 5:38
Yes.
p.m. So it's the least most recent one, right?
It is the WS.
We just restarted this and it get applied.
Yes.
So whatever the policy we applied, it's now there. When we see the result of the group policy on the clients, we use this command to see, just to make sure either clients have gotten the policy or not. So just come back to your SAN server now. Now it's a WSUS server, but
What do you
just
see for the command?
you didn't see anything there.
No, I see, but
Yeah. See the most simplest way.
last time.
See, the last time group policy was applied at 24th February 2018 at time, and it's showing the time. The time when we restarted the server, it got the policy.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. If we just made sure either our computer got the policy or not. If not, then we will have to maybe GP update and force. So come to your WSUS server, that is Entitor SAN. Click on Tools, and all the way down, the last one is Windows Server Update Services. Click on that. And now we have this window, right?
Yes.
So click on Next. And then again Next. And so no, uncheck this one. Yes, I would like to join the Microsoft. Uncheck this one. We are just in lab environment.
Yeah.
So click on Next. Yeah, on the second screen, see on the board. First, before what we are here and before you begin, and then on the second option, Microsoft Update Improvement Program. Uncheck this last option. Yes,
Oh,
Got it?
check. Okay, yeah.
uncheck.
Yeah.
Then click Next. And now synchronize from Microsoft Update. If we are setting up it autonomous mode or upstream server, we are going to choose this option. So this server will contact Microsoft Update site to get the updates. The second option, synchronize from another Windows Server Update Services. Now it means we are setting up this server as a downstream server,
Yes.
and we already have one upstream server or autonomous mode server in our environment.
We'll give them.
That we don't have, right?
We'll give them.
We will go with the first option, and then next, use a proxy server when synchronizing. We don't have any proxy server in our environment, so just click Next.
What is proxy service?
Proxy server, when we have some server in DMZ, so all the internet connections first come there and then go to whatever the servers we have set up, that server as a proxy server, then the traffic goes forward. And the same way, when internally those servers generate a traffic for outside, it goes through there then. So it plays as a middleman role. It provides certain level of security. It means
Yes.
so our servers, production servers, are not directly
2020.
yeah. So then on this mission, start connecting. So click on Start Connecting. Now it depends on our internet strength how much time it will take.
Maybe 20 minutes,
Not sure.
half an hour.
50p.
It will take long time. Stop the videos. Okay.
Good. So it's all green, right?
Did you guys install it before me or no?
No, we didn't do anything. I was just kidding you.
It's like that. So it's here. You're here, right?
Just be here. He pressed next. Then he came back. He didn't find this page because
So then click please next. Let me see if
yeah,
your
he's here.
video is
Language
on.
page.
Yeah, it's on. So please next, and now we have language page. What does it mean? We have more than one language, right? Not only English, we have bunch of languages available. And see if we want to install in two different languages the same updates. For example, we were installing 10 GB or 10 MB, 10 MB updates. If we are choosing two languages, it means now we are installing 20 MB, double. So as we will including the languages, it will be increasing the size of the patches as well. The same patches will be in different languages will be getting download. So always be careful. We are in we need only English, so there should be only English selected, right? So then click on next. Now it's showing all the updates, right? If I click on all, see all updates are selected. There are bunch of products. See how many updates are. These will be in thousands and thousands, right? So just unselect this one, all products. Now if we are unselecting this all products options, now we can choose, right, what we have in our environments. If we have only a Windows Server 2012, we can install only Windows Server 2012. We can choose. Our clients have maybe Windows 10, we can go with that only. So in our case, we might have only 2016 server right now. We have bring our servers up. Which one? Only 2016. And we have client machine as well. If we want to see how they look like, we can go with these two options. So whatever the products we have in our environment, we are going to select that one. So if you will start coming down, scroll down, there should be some Microsoft Windows. So these are System Center. We don't need System Center ones. So now Windows are starting, right? So here we have Windows, where the W is there, right? Did you get?
Yeah, Windows.
Yeah. So in Windows, we can go for Windows 10 and later upgrade and servicing drivers. We don't need that. We just need Windows 10. Yeah, is where the written is only Windows 10. Select that one. After Windows 10, nothing is written. So Windows 10, and then we need servers. Scroll down, keep scrolling down, and then select Windows Server 2016, where only written Windows Server 2016, nothing else. Did you get, Ahmed?
Windows 10.
Yeah, after Windows 10, keep scrolling down and then come to Windows Server 2016. We have Server 2016, right? Almost at the end. This one.
Yeah, Windows
Server 2016. I highlighted it with blue. So then click next.
He's called Mushaddiq.
Musaddiq sir.
Yes.
So on these are the classifications, the Windows patches in which classifications they are available. They can be critical updates, definition updates, driver sets. So a bunch of are available. but the only thing we are not going to choose at all, those are upgrades. Upgrades means they can come up with the new features. Then licenses issue can be there, with application compatibility issues then can be there, right? So we are not most of the time when we patch our servers or clients, we don't go for upgrades patches. So right now we can choose the minimum one so we can install, otherwise it takes time. So we can go critical updates and security updates. Unselect these upgrades, they're selected by default. So we are moving forward with two selections. One is critical updates and security updates. Did we run the video, started video or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So then please click next. And now synchronize manually or synchronize automatically. Which option should be? Manually. In production, we can go with synchronization automatically. So click next. And now please select the second option, begin in initial synchronization. The first time we need, right? So click next, then finish. And now we are on Windows Server Update Services snap-in, right? Did you find this? When you click finish and it came to your taskbar. On your taskbar, see this icon. Yeah, this one. See there. There are, folder. Did you see the folder icon?
Yeah.
Folder X, then server manager, and then a new icon is there.
Windows Server updates.
Yeah, this one. So if you will click on this server, just anti-tor-san, this is the overview, whatever we have over here. So synchronization status is showing it's loading. It's just beginning, right? So let me just click on the server here in left pane. And now gradually synchronizing 12%, and it will be moving ahead. So its overview means computer status. Computers with errors, when we are deploying the patches to computers, we can see over here all overview. So with errors and with needing updates, the computers which updates they need, and computer installed not applicable. So the patches the computer have installed but they don't need that. And then update status, servers statistics, resources, what resources are available. Our focus area on this page can be the synchronization status and then the download status. So updates needing files and the connection SSL. Underneath your server on the left side pane, there is updates. Just click on the pointing arrow to expand this updates option, and then click on all updates. See on top all updates, you will see 0 updates of 19 shown, 19 total. We have two options available there. One is approval and one is status. So in front of approval there is drop down arrow is available. Click on this and then the last one, choose the last one, any except declined. It means, what we mean to say, we are asking, okay, show me all of the updates, right? Other than declined, show me all, and we did not decline anyone so far. So choose this any, accept declined, and in the second it's not letting me choose anything. Yeah, now it's okay. So in the second, select any, the last option, and now click on refresh. It's pretty slow, but now it's showing 33 updates of 34 shown, and it will be in the number will keep increasing. Every time we will refresh it, the number will be higher. Now we have 42, right? So if I click back my anti-tor domain, now it's showing only 14% synchronization so far, right? The sync is only 14%. On 14%, how many updates we have now?
34, 3, 15, 59 updates.
So guys, over here one is updates under our server, and the second is computers. Click on computers. It's loading. So then expand these computers and click on all computers. And in status, select the last one, any.
How did you go to all computers?
Yeah, just click on all computers. Simple click.
In my case, it just shows all the computers.
Expand computers,
All computers.
all computers,
Yeah.
and in status, select any, the last one, and then refresh it. So right now it's showing only our file server 192.168.10.3, and it's showing which operating system is installed on it, what the IP address of this. So it's not showing right now all of the computers we have. We have at least 4 computers. All should be shown up here, but it takes time.
4 or we have 3?
We have domain controller, 2 file servers,
And itself.
and the SAN. It's a WSUS server, but it itself needs patches. And we have applied the group policy.
It's gonna take too much time.
Yeah, these things takes time, no doubt.
Only shows me nothing.
No, you showing nothing. You need help from someone. I mean, maybe.
Maybe you can fix it. Fix it. You good. No, I did. To see, or did I actually see? Fix it. Maybe you're gonna get some. Not yet.
Now please click on this options. The last available thing is options. Click on options and let's see if we change the configuration instead of WSUS console. If we go with the group policy, then how many servers it detects or not. Usually we don't go for that, but let's try. So in options there is one computers, and by the way, these are all the options available. When we were going through the wizard and we configured those options, and if we need to reconfigure them later, all are available here. So if you will see the first one, the update source and proxy server, it will take us to the same page,
Yes.
right? We skipped our proxy, we don't need because we didn't have any proxy server. So if we need, we can come here and reconfigure.
Everything is here.
Products and classifications, see all the products. For example, the company got few new operating systems and new applications. We can come here and we can add those products. So then onward, our WSUS server will get those patches as well. Then in classifications, then all we have available critical and definition, security, upgrades, all the options are, we can reconfigure them. So all options are available here, and right now please click on computers. In computers we have two options. Use the update services console, means new computers will automatically be placed in the unassigned computers group that we have chosen already. So let's try the second one. Use group policy or registry settings on computers. So select second one. Cannot save configuration because the server, it's in synchronization state still. So when it's synchronizing we cannot. So just cancel this one. Just reset server node, it will be there. Synchronization is 32%.
No, 22.
22. It's gonna take time, and maybe you guys, when you guys will be at home, it will be get synchronized.
Yeah.
Right now it's not. So let's see how we group the patches together to deploy the patches, right? So expand this updates and then all updates.
Not approved.
The snap-in is not responding. So just cancel this Windows. If the same with you guys, just
It's responding. It's responding.
yeah, then it's fine. Otherwise, just cancel this one and reopen the console. So tools and then Windows Server Update Services. So then I'm in the console in pack and then all updates. And right now it's in approval, it's selected unapproved. We did not unapprove any of them. So need to go any accept declined, and then in the second in status any, and just refresh. We have now 74 updates available. Come to the computers and expand computers container and then expand all computers. Click on unassigned computers. In status, select any, refresh. At least we have one, so we can try with this one. So right click on the computers, right click on all computers and click on add computer group.
Add connection.
Add collection.
Add connection. Set the server I did and then same again.
So just you guys right click on the all computers and add computer group and give it a name. We can give it IT computers. And click on add. Usually we don't do these things during the synchronization. First synchronization should be complete, but we don't have time.
Yes.
So it's
We're trying
very
to
slow.
trying to deploy the available updates.
Yeah. So then please right click again on all computers and click again on add computer group, and this time sales computers. So then click on add. So see, under all computers, before we had only unassigned computers group. Now we have IT computers, sale computers. In this way, if we want different patches to different types of computers, according to their departments, according to their location, maybe according to their applications, we can group them together into different groups. And then we can apply the patches. We can select the patches, approve the patches, and we can deploy the patches to these groups. So right now we have one computer, it's showing up here. If you guys will right click on this computer, then you guys can click on change membership. Before it's part of unassigned computers. Now we can move it to any of the group. But
Sir, how we go that the first computer? I created the sales and IT.
yeah, both are here on this side, right? On left side.
I'm talking about that one.
Click on the change membership. We can select any of the group we created, and this machine will be the member of that group. So right now please click IT computers, click OK. And if you will click refresh now, in assigned, no, we don't have any computer, right? We have assigned the machine to a group. And if I click on IT computers, and then select any, and then refresh.
We have installed this.
Now this server should be the member of IT computers group.
In case I haven't installed this here.
Oh, really? So now if we come back to the patches and just click on critical updates, and then
Any except
in approval, select any except declined, and in status any, and then refresh. These are the patches right now available, right?
this.
So these are maybe server 2016 and Windows 10. We selected only those two. We are not going to create any approval for our Windows client computers. So we can go for search. In your right pane there is search option. Click on search and then type here Windows Server. (2016) and find now. Did it find or search or not?
It says found. It has failed.
Oh,
this
I
ID.
misspelled.
Yeah. That's what it's for.
WND Windows Server.
It's the finding.
In my case it's dead slow, man. So you have fine. So you can go with that. I'll let me select over here. You can click on any cumulative update for Windows Server. It's not.
I have that one.
Hmm?
I have that one.
It's still in synchronization process. The update is superseded by another update before you okay.
Not
And if I just right click on this only single one instead of selecting bunch of, we can select bunch of by
take time.
pressing the control key and selecting one by one. So click on approve.
IT computers.
Yeah. So whichever the collection we want to select, we want to deploy this patch, we can select that. In our case, IT computers. So just click on this drop down arrow and approve for install. Or we can go just for practice, we can select sales for computer and approve for install. So then do OK. So the result is success, right? Removing approval of cumulative update, approving cumulative update, approving update, and close. Now this is the way we approve the patches and then we deploy the patches to any newly created group. If I click on my IT computers now, we have computer there. If I click on critical updates and then come to the approval area and select approved, no, this time selection will be approved and status any, refresh. See cumulative update for Windows Server 2016 64-bit based operating system install now. Right now it's 0%. Approval install, right? So we can keep an eye over here when it will be on the client side. It will be completed. The installation it will show here. Okay, 100%. But right now it's still in synchronization state, and even then, if it's synchronized, well synchronized, and we are deploying the patch to the clients, it takes time. It's not an immediate thing. So guys, it's for the day, and try to repeat this lab at home as well.